Creature Commandos. Big win for the DCU or a big bummer? Let's talk about it. You know the thing. That's right. I am the man you may know as Z from Our Reviews Will Kill You, and I'm going to talk about Creature Commandos. I just wrapped up the whole season. I think I did a original review of my first opinion, and I've been doing 10-second shorts of it, so you can see a 10-second short for each episode. Mini reviews as I went through it, and I'm going to make a bold statement and say that this is the weakest writing I think I've ever seen James Gunn do. I don't think that a mystery is necessarily his strong point, and I don't think that serialized television is his strong point either, and I'll give my reasons why. Now, I'm not going to say that the series is a complete loss or if it was a complete disaster. I thought there were positive elements of it, but that being said, I can't get behind it 100% at least. I definitely don't think that this is a great start for the DCU. I don't see how these characters are going to blend into the universe. And what I'll say is I thought it started off pretty weak, and by the end it got better. But if I got one more tragic backstory from somebody, I was gonna go and flip bananas, because every single episode was the same formula where we got somebody's tragic backstory. And it got to be tedious by the end. And while some of the stories are interesting, I just don't see... Usually, you have character arcs in these things. What did the Bride of Frankenstein learn other than the power of friendship? What is this, My Little Pony? What did Weasel learn? We as an audience learned that Weasel isn't evil. But does that change anything about his character? What about Dr. Phosphorus, an uncaring jerk who remains an uncaring jerk? Does it matter that he has a tragic backstory? Not really, because it doesn't change anything for him. Same with Nina. I will say the voice acting very strong. I liked the voice acting. David Harbour, excellent. I like Nina. I thought she was excellent. Zoe Chao. So I can't really fault that. I just did think, what was her backstory, and I won't... We're going to spoil it because we're going to explain the ending. But I'm going to say why is... her backstory is that humanity sucks and that she went to go kill this girl, and because she didn't know what she was doing, the girl killed her instead. Okay, whatever you say, people. But let's check out... First, we're going to check out... Let's explain the ending, and then I'll go through a full review. How's that sound instead? Let's do that. I promised you an explanation, and an explanation ye shall get. How does it set up Season 2 and James Gunn's DCU? Oh, geez. It's going to start exactly where it ended. So what they're going to do is give you exactly how it started. It's going to start with a team of miscreants doing a new mission. So everybody's going to end up in their starting places, except for the people who are dead. They won't end up anywhere. 7 action-packed episodes. Also, there's a little bit too much music, and I know that they like that band, Gogol Bodala, or whatever the name of that band is, but it was a little much. Didn't always fit what was going on there. And, but we will spoil the ending a little bit, that, Princess Alana ends up dead because she was colluding with Clayface. And that's a super giant plot hole. Like, not even a plot hole, just why? Why was she colluding? Like, none of it was really fleshed out properly. They just gave you last-second exposition of, oh, yeah, you're colluding with Clayface because, she knew that Cersei had a vision of her turning into a supervillain or whatever. Even though they showed Gorilla Grodd in there, and Gorilla Grodd was nowhere to be found. But, plot points. Who cares? It's a cartoon. Even though this supposedly sets up the DC universe, right? So essentially at the end, the bride puts it all together because Rick Flag wakes up and tells Amanda Waller that Clay, he gives her a hint that Clayface was there. And the only reason, how is this your plan? You're going to use Clayface to turn into this lady so that she can convince Amanda Waller to do to believe, not believe Cersei. Like what exactly were we planning on doing here? Like none of this made any sense. The Themyscira Professor McPherson had been replaced by why? Well, I just don't understand. She was trying to get them to stand down? Like, I don't understand what any of that means. Like, it didn't make a lot of sense. Like, James Gunn, what were you thinking? So, Alana was supposed to seduce Randall, not Randall Flagg, but, Rick Flag Sr., and then, then maybe he wouldn't kill her. They could convince him to kill Cersei. Like, and what happened to all of Cersei's homeboys? Those guys just disappeared. Like, you made a big point of talking about the incel guys, but nothing. No, okay. Whatever. I just felt like it was super weak at the end, and that's the mystery component that's just not that great. Alana's a power mad dictator bent on destroying the world. Except, what's Gorilla God have to do with it? I don't know. What's Gorilla God? Apparently, he wasn't controlling her. So, whatever. So they decide to give the bride a new team of Weasel, Dr. Phosphorus, GI Robot, another character I could care less about, had zero character arc whatsoever. Nosferatu and Kalis, the mummy type villain you didn't even get to see, and then King Shark, who was not voiced by Sylvester Stallone. And the bride's like, I guess I'll just lead a new team. No big deal, which is exactly how the first part left. And this is an IGN article, so they're complaining about the strong theme of toxic masculinity, and then it turns out that that's not true at all. Okay, whatever. Whatever, man. Oh, and Frankenstein's still alive, if you did not catch the very, very end. And he's back with another gypsy lady eating, and I have to correct this. They said it's spider soup, and I'm pretty sure she said sparrow dropping soup. And they're saying it's spider dropping soup. Spider dropping soup. No, sparrow dropping soup. Bad soup. So, did that have anything to do with anything? No, not really. But I thought David Harbour was great, and I feel like I'm complaining about a lot. Overall, it was fine. It just wasn't great, and if you think at all about it, it just doesn't make any sense. Maybe you could explain it to me in the season. Maybe I don't know maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. Maybe I missed the point here somewhere, but I'm just gonna say, the comedy didn't land for me. The tragic backstories, I did like Weasel's tragic backstory. GI robots didn't matter at all. Completely irrelevant. I kind of liked Nina's, but I don't know what her point was. What was the purpose? Again, there's no point to this show. Why did we watch this? It doesn't introduce anything we didn't already know other than the actual creature commandos, many of which are dead or irrelevant. Why even? I guess they had to introduce Weasel's attorney so that they could get his tragic backstory in there. Whatever. So here's some things that are just left setups, dangling plot holes. Here's a couple of them, and I can't believe I'm agreeing with IGN. Clayface seems very much dead, although we've seen Clayface many times separate into different Clayfaces, so he could easily be alive. Again here, Gorilla Grodd, why he would show up. He's not in season 1 anywhere. He doesn't show up anywhere. Okay. They talk about, GI Robot meets Dr. Will Magnus, and then never talk about it ever again. And then Wonder Woman and Themyscira, she's not around, and the Cersei leads the sons of Themyscira. I guess they're just all dead or in jail, like whatever. Nobody ever follows up with it again. There's just no payoff. So whatever, I don't get it. And I know he's trying to set up a universe, but most of these things I just don't care about. But let's take a look at the review. 95% on for the critics on Rotten Tomatoes, and 80% from the fans. In this edgy DC animated series, the secret team of incarcerated monsters is the last resort for missions deemed too dangerous for humans. I guess so, sure. Bearing writer James Gunn's trademark penchant for kooky humor and lovable characters, Creature Commandos marks an auspicious debut for the DCU. Like I said, it was fine, but I wasn't super thrilled about it, you know? And I think it took too long to get together, and the repetitive format just didn't get me. So, what would I rate it? I mean, I'd probably give it a C+. Would I watch? I wouldn't watch it again, but I would definitely say if you wanted to, you could watch it. Like, it's fine. It's not great by any stretch of the imagination. Again, if you can think of something weaker that James Gunn wrote that's not one of his trauma pieces, we're talking about modern James Gunn. It just feels like a bunch of dangling threads with no unifying theme. They're like, there's a theme at the end. The bride's like, "You're the craziest monster I know," and then she just ends up getting killed. Okay, that's a great theme. Whatever. And then they kill the blonde girl because she's the monster? I don't know. Whatever. If you could come up with a theme out of that, you let me know. Let me know in the comments below. I do appreciate it. If you listen this long, do us a giant favor. Give us a subscribe. We could definitely use it. Helps out greatly. A like, too. Don't forget those. I always forget those at the end of videos. I'm like, where did I get a like? I forgot to like it. So it helps out the channels. We appreciate it. I love all y'all. But I'm on to the next one.
Thanks for catching the video. Be sure to join our channel to get the education you deserve. Make sure you check out our shorts, live streams, and catch us on all the socials. Don't forget to like and subscribe.